Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Virgo February 27, 2022. Venus enters your reputation and responsibility sector today, and Mercury heads into your intimacy sector. Venus will spend much longer than usual in this area until March 6th, with some of this time in retrograde motion. You're bringing more creativity, grace, and charm to your work. There can be increased opportunities to socialize or network through your business or career. Important business relationships may develop during this cycle, or relationships with a parent, boss, or superior can improve. You are coming across as charming, helpful, and attractive, if a little distant emotionally. There can be increased ambition on a social level. People more readily recognize your artistry, taste, or creativity. It's a good time for publicity, but also for finding or creating more pleasure in goal setting. Your luck could turn around today as Venus enters Capricorn and Mercury enters Scorpio. Venus is now sweetening your sector of legacy, career, and public status. The Venusian energy is perfect for attracting beneficial partnerships and opportunities that capitalize on your professional development. Meanwhile, Mercury is able to strategize with transformation and investments in mind. The mercurial energy is perfect for brainstorming to immediately begin making progress with your new moon goals and manifestations. Together, Venus and Mercury can encourage you to seek out mutually beneficial arrangements that can drastically influence your professional development. Mercury's departure from your financial sector today might leave you with a smart head for money, but it also ends all planetary activity on this side of the financial fence. This is good news for the planets in your income sector, but when it comes to your financial situation and money matters, it is all about holding on to Mercury's smart head for money and ability to think on your feet. Your fiery nature will be faced with making up for time misused or accidental oversights of a few days ago. Something's not quite right, and you will have to look inward to find the cause of this dis-ease. Are you eating well? Are you taking your rest as seriously as you should? Are you exercising to get rid of the stress of your workdays? Maybe all of the above has made you say things to other people you shouldn't have. Over 2 months after Mercury returned for what should have been a 14 to 15-day visit, the planet of communication not only leaves today but ends all planetary activity on the relationship front. What began with Venus' return nearly 3 months ago has gone through quite a journey, one that has left you with a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you. Mercury leaves you with the means to keep the communication lines open. Over 2 months after returning for what is normally a 14 to 15-day visit to your relationship sector, Mercury, the planet of communication, not only leaves today but wraps up all planetary activity on the relationship front. What began with Venus' return weeks before Mercury arrived runs its course today, leaving you with everything needed to take it from here. Today's sweet sextile between the moon in your erotic 8th house of intimate unions and powerhouse Pluto via your bossy 10th house of authority injects you with a powerful surge of inspiration, which naturally complements the presence of your go-getter planetary ruler, Mars. But there's more. Lady Venus, celestial ruler of your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and one-on-one connections, makes her dazzling debut in Capricorn and your public 10th house of notoriety. You're ready to commit. The real question is, where does your loyalty lie? Luna will square expansive Jupiter, so don't test your luck. Your tarot reading for today. The Lovers, Judgment, and the Sun. These days, you use discretion in how you understand things. The cards show that you have learned from your mistakes, and now you are looking at the future in a new way. You are an intuitive person, blessed with a lot of inspiration. Socially, these qualities allow you to be heard and understood by the people you hang out with. The cards also show that in the coming days, a person close to you could abuse your trust and try to harm you. It is a malicious woman who is going through a difficult situation and has a really irritating tendency to constantly compare herself to you. Fortunately, the cards are protecting you from this negative energy, and this should enable you to anticipate the situation to avoid problems in your personal life. In March 2022, you have to be vigilant in order to take advantage of all the opportunities highlighted in your draw. It is true that in some situations life gives us a second chance that we have to seize. It is in this particular climate that you have to make important decisions. But be careful not to act in haste. The cards evoke your potential and show that with the necessary distance you can accomplish great things. Your draw is also showing happy times with people close to you. It is true that some people are very important, but the way life is means you don't get to see them often enough. This is why you must make the most of the periods of generosity, sharing, and happiness that you have with the people around you. These are people you trust, and whose uniqueness gives you everything you need today. Our eyes in the sky. Even though there are no problems in sight, you might be longing for some excitement in your relationships, and this could lead you to stir up some drama with your partner or friends. Instead of stirring the pot in your love relationship, try spicing things up in the bedroom or in your messages with your partner. Keep in mind that we're all trying to find order in the midst of chaos. Don't make too many lists full of tasks that you know you can't finish. Be mindful of the amount of work you take on now to avoid burnout. Only start what you can complete right away. Our minds are running a mile a minute, as are our mouths. Think before you express yourself to avoid misunderstandings with others. Also, don't accidentally spill the beans on a situation that you know little about but are viewing from the sidelines. That way, you can avoid accidentally making things worse. Finally, instead of thinking with your analytical mind about everything, try trusting your intuition. This might be hard for you to do at first, but you'll be able to lean into your instincts if you have faith in yourself and your decision-making. The answers are within. In waking life, this is an aspect where decadence or tendencies towards excess can create problems, but we're likely to miss its most adverse effects while we sleep. Morality tales may factor into our dreams. If awake, we might be enterprising at the expense of common sense, willing to barter something away in an optimistic frame of mind. We believe we're orienting ourselves towards progress when we're really aligning ourselves with someone else's idealistic hunch. Aim to curb any greedy or materialistic thinking. In the morning, the moon forms a trine to Mercury, making for easy communication. Bluntness is a quality here, but others see our dialogues as refreshingly forthcoming. Our instincts steer us correctly now, as our emotions are well balanced with our intellect. The moon falls into a short void following this transit, so we're better off sticking to the friends and networks we know now. Enjoy this influence without attempting to hunt for new connections.